Hey, welcome back. I don't normally do this, but I had to share this from the website.
It looked to me as I traveled when I was out with you in California.
It looked to me, now look, he's thinking, okay, he's thinking.
What it reminded me of more of a war scene.
A war scene. Now listen, I don't know, again, let me stop, please forgive me, but we've got to be very careful as we review this. He says some things sometimes because he's a very angry man. He feels betrayed by his company, his country, and his company, and by his party. And on his way out, he wants you to know kind of what I'm doing. And what I'm going to say to you right now is Joe Biden is not really a charter member of the shadow government. He doesn't want to be known as a bad guy. So in a weird way, sometimes at the end of their trajectory, they'll find themselves saying some very interesting things. So he says, this looks like a war scene.
Where you had certain targets that were bombarded.
Targets.
Where artillery was just blew them up. With no rhyme or reason. In other words, you'd have this fire going crazy and burning everything down and 3 houses being fine.
You see what he's saying? He's telling you exactly what you and I and all of us have been saying forever. And you might have used directed energy weapons as a means of explaining it. You might have, however you want to phrase this. We are saying that patterns of conflagration and fire showing an indiscriminate move. It's like having a tsunami or a flood miss. No, it takes everything out. Or seeing a tornado hit only one house and not the others. You have areas. So the observation of this can only point to one thing: targeted.
Nothing's happening. Or neighborhoods that were still green.
Listen.
They're still green.
He's telling you this. He is telling you. And somebody somewhere is saying, shut him up. He's saying this. He knows.
And next to a place that, for example, we're just looking at a Secret Service house that was out there. All the vehicles are melted.
Melted.
No, yet the house next door still has green shrubbery.
Yeah.
And, the house is fine. There's only, I think, 4 or 5 houses in that 200, it's in the Pasadena area.
How bad is he? How bad and demented and crazy is he?
But the generic point is, it's almost like it's a battle scene.
But Mr. President, we saw that in South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida with hurricanes.
Yeah.
This is also the nature of, to your point, this changing climate, these extreme...
No. See what she's trying to do? What she's trying to do is to bring him back. No, we did not see this. We did not see this. You did not have a hurricane come and take out one block, Flagler, and then everything else on Biscayne. But no. And you might say to yourself, well, that's not the nature of hurricanes to be discriminate or tornadoes to be, but it's the same thing with fire. In order for there to be a car that melts, number one, obviously the heat has to be of such an amount, a degree that can melt in the first place. That's number one. Number two, it has to be there for Pilgrim, the degree of danger of your humor and mirth is inane. Sparky says, I don't recommend pot, but I think it's a counterproductive waste of time and effort to make it illegal or otherwise forbidden. Let me say something that I have told you right now. The landscaping? Not even a blade? Come on. Come
I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. Okay. uh, Now there was a fire in Hawaii. Cars melted. There's been a lot of these cars melted with shrubberies still left green happening. I don't know. I don't know. But hey, thanks for coming to the channel. Like, subscribe, whatever. Trying to put. You never know what you're gonna find out here. But my hat's off to Lionel Nation. You can look for him. You're smart enough. Have a great day. Later.